Almost every Rick and Morty episode's title references a popular movie, TV show, song, or even movie director. And today I want to talk about all of them, starting from the second episode, Lawnmower Dog. The title of this episode is a reference to the movie The Lawnmower Man, where a scientist endows a mentally challenged gardener with superintelligence, only for the gardener to become evil. The entire concept and title of this episode and name is a parody of Jurassic Park. This next one is not based on a movie or anything like that, but the movie director M. Night Shyamalan, who's known for his continuous use of storyline twists. And the twists in this episode are really insane. Me Seeks and Destroy is a reference to the Metallica song Seek and Destroy. And the next episode, Rick Potion 9, also referenced a song. You see, this title is a parody of the Clovers song Love Potion Number 9. Hey, if you're enjoying the content, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Believe it or not, over 87% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's totally free, takes just a second, and helps the channel more than you know. Already subscribed? You're the best. Thank you. Now let's get back to the video. This title is a reference to the TV sitcom Raising Hope, which focuses on a teenager who raises a child of his own as a single father, while he's still living with his own parents who are heavily critical of his parenting skills. And if you've seen this episode, you know that's exactly what happened to Morty.
Dance with me here! We love to dance!
Why do we love to dance?
Because I said so! Nice.
This next one referenced something you'd never expect. That's right, it references the popular American news magazine and TV segment, 60 Minutes. This one is a play on the name of the Ray Bradbury novel, Something Wicked This Way Comes. This is a reference to the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The title and premise of this episode is a parody of the movie Risky Business. The first episode of Season 2 is obviously a pun on the novel A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. The title of this one is a pun on Midnight Run. And it's even the movie that Jerry watches with the costumed Beth character at the Jerry Baree. If you've ever heard the term autoerotic asphyxiation, then you know where this title comes from. This is a play on Total Recall, a movie where implanting pleasant but fake memories into one's mind is a form of entertainment. Fun fact, the movie itself is inspired by the science fiction short story We Can Remember It For You Wholesale by Philip K. Dick. The Ricks Must Be Crazy is obviously a reference to the movie The Gods Must Be Crazy. This references the movie Big Trouble in Little China. Even though this particular episode's plot parodies the 2013 horror film The Purge, the title is a reference to Look Who's Talking Now. The Wedding Squanchers is a reference to the 2005 comedy film The Wedding Crashers. This one is obviously a reference to the film Shawshank Redemption. The title of this episode is a pun on the film Romancing the Stone. This one just puns the phrase rest and relaxation. The alternate title to the episode, Tales of the Citadel, is a reference to the novel Tales of the City. The ABCs of Beth is a pun on the comedic horror film The ABCs of Death. I didn't know this one until I did a little research, but this title is a reference to the novel The Manchurian Candidate, which is about a presidential assassination. Edge of Tomorty, Rick Die Rick Pete? Come on. This is a reference to the film Edge of Tomorrow, which is also called Live, Die, Repeat. The title of this episode is a pun on The Old Man and the Sea, a novel written by Ernest Hemingway. The next episode's title is a pun on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, a 1975 movie and book. Claw and Hoarder, Special Rickdoms Morty. When you say it out loud, you realize it is a dragon pun of Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Battlestar Galactica, The Never-Ending Story. This one is obviously a pun on Prometheus, a prequel to the Alien franchise which also features facehuggers, just like in the episode. Childrick of Mort is a reference to the science fiction film Children of Men, which is about the last pregnant woman on the planet. No movie is safe from Rick and Morty because even Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, got referenced. In this episode, Rick even mentions Beth's exploits as a Star Wars-style adventure when talking to her.
My daughter, having space adventures.
They are skewing a tad Star Wars-y, though. Don't forget to have fun.
Starting off Season 5 is a title that references My Dinner with Andre. And the next one references Multiplicity. And the next, An Inconvenient Truth. And next, a reference to the film franchise Independence Day. Ironically, this episode even aired a week after the actual Independence Day of July 4th. Then Episode 5 references American Graffiti. And Episode 7's title references the anime series Beast King Go Lion, and its American version Voltron, and Neon Genesis Evangelion. Ricternal Friendshine of the Spotless Mort. Don't they mean Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? This is a reference to the film Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And this is a reference to the animated series Samurai Jack. Season 6 kicks off with a reference to the novel Solaris and its 1972 and 2002 film adaptations, the plot of which involves a scientist trapped on a space station haunted by a recreation of his long-dead wife. The episode's plot element of an AI of Diane Sanchez haunting Rick is what really references the film. This is a direct reference to Roy, A Life Well Lived, the fictional in-universe video game featured in Season 2, Episode 2. The next episode references the film Basic Instinct. Night Family is a reference to the television series Night Gallery. Final Desmithation, Final Destination. This is another reference to Jurassic Park. The episode even contains many references to the franchise, such as Morty commenting, "Clever girl," to one of the dinosaurs.
What the hell is this?
A portal pistol. The gateways are see-through, not a green swirl, so now you can see where you're going.
Clever girl.
Full Meta Jackrick, Full Metal Jacket. I thought the reference was the anime Full Metal Alchemist at first. The episode's title is a reference to the film Analyze This. Next is a reference to the film A Kid in King Arthur's Court. And ending Season 6 is an episode title that references the film National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Season 7 then kicks off with a reference to the film How Stella Got Her Groove Back. This next one is a reference to the film The Parent Trap. Air Force Wong. More like Air Force One. The episode's title might just be the most creative. You see, it is a reference to the Dean Martin song, That's Amore. The added letter T follows the show's pattern of including main character names in its titles, Mort for Morty, while also spelling Morte, which is death in Portuguese and Italian, fitting the episode's theme. The goated episode Unmortricken is a reference to the film Unforgiven, telling us that Rick Prime was unforgiven. Next is a reference to the film Defending Your Life. Then we got a reference to the film Wet Hot American Summer. Then in Episode 9, we got a Thor Ragnarok reference, So Close to Fear No More. This references the novel and 2002 film The Sum of All Fears. This title is a reference to the film Valkyrie. Obviously, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The Last Temptation of Christ. Another reference to a popular expression, Cry Me a River. The Curix's Case of Benjamin Button is a reference to the short story and film The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Stranger Than Fiction, Nomadland. This title is a reference to the television sitcom Baby Daddy. The title of the last episode of Season 8 has multiple meanings. First, it is a reference to the party game Hot Potato, referring to Memory Rick being passed off from bird person to Rick, Jerry, and throughout this episode, an ant farm, Beth, and another ant farm on a rocket. The episode title is also a reference to Memory Rick, as Summer jokes about how Bird Person remembered Rick as hot in the episode. And it could also be a reference to the film Hot Rod. As of the time I'm exporting this video, that's all the Rick and Morty episodes that have been produced. Let's hope Season 9 and 10 come with crazier episode titles.